Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're gonna talk about something in UK. It's called hooliganism. We have all read the text today called something about and we have 3 guests today to answer our questions. The first guest is the one and only Iben. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Then we have Sandra Anderson.
Hey all!
And last but not forgotten, even that she is the smallest, we have Regitze Anderson.
Hey all!
Okay.
Hello!
You're free, ready to answer some questions?
Yes! Yeah.
Yup.
Okay, we're taking the first one. The text today said that if football violence doesn't take place in the stadium, is it even football violence? Anyone want to answer that question?
Well, I think it's football violence as long as the violence is about football. They don't just fight, they fight because of football.
However, I would like to point out that a lot of people only fight because they want to and not because of the football. And that I wouldn't call football violence.
Good argument.
Yeah, it is good, but I have to agree with Iben.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have 2 against 1 that football violence outside the stadium is still football violence. Okay, we agree. Then we're taking number 2 question. Is hooliganism a romantic rebellion who fights for the colors of the clubs? Or is they just thugs? Who's starting this time?
Well, I would never ever think of them as romantics, even though they do think themselves that they fight for a cause, but it's not an honorable cause and they don't even need to fight for it. But I wouldn't call them thugs either. I would just call them,
Something in between.
someone who likes to fight. At least it's mostly influence themselves and doesn't hurt people outside the hooliganism very often.
I agree with Iben.
So they are romantic thugs.
Not really.
They are neither romantics nor thugs.
They're outside the categories.
Yeah.
If I have to say something, I really don't know what I would choose because I don't really think either of them is really what they are. So yeah.
Okay, and then our last question. Whatever you think it is possible to become an addict of violence and adrenaline, as Alan from this text claims that he became.
Well, I think that it's possible to become addicted to this fighting and this adrenaline because you could kind of say it's like sex. You become addicted to the feeling, and you want more and more because you like it. So you can become addicted, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the adrenaline kind of makes you feel good and you get addicted to that good feeling. So I agree with you on this one.
Well, I think it was a very good comparison. I would never have thought of that myself, but it's good, and I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we all know the feeling that when we get addicted to anything, you can get addicted to computer games, you can get addicted
cake.
to...
Music.
Yes,
Okay,
lots of
music.
things you can get addicted to. So you are not taking football violence and adrenaline out of this. We also know these high sports players that love to jump off cliffs in little flyers and just to feel they are alive.
Yeah, the daredevils.
Yeah.
Okay, last we are gonna compare this text that we all have read today to the film we saw called The Football Factory. Anyone got a comment on that? What
They're
is?
both violent.
Well, I kind of think that this text was more about football than the Football Factory, because I think that the violence in the Football Factory was a bit just violence. It didn't feel like they did it for the football at all. Even though they saw the games and they wanted their team to win, it felt more like just violence.
Yeah, you actually went to a football match and saw a game
Yes.
in the text.
You saw a game in the text. Great.
Yeah, I saw a game in the text. You know what I mean?
She got magic powers.
Okay.
And I also think the adrenaline thing kind of compares to the movie where they also do it because they like to do it. The violence, I mean.
But I would like to point out a difference also. In the movie, they're only in court and in jail for some days. This guy was in jail for 5 years. That's a quite big difference, even that the both things are hooliganism and violence, but we don't see people jailed for years in the movie. Or is it just because that the movie is a movie and therefore you can't have people in jail for 5 years? So they're out of the movie, kind of.
Yeah.
And I guess that was all for today. Thank you, ladies. And I hope you tune in next time for more Talk with Hands. Goodbye.
Yeah!